Mr 91% is now Mr 63.
Well, this was always going to happen. Mark McGowan's probably surprised it's taken this long. And 63% is still pretty rock star. Most political leaders would take that in a heartbeat.
But a good opportunity for Libby.
It's an opportunity. I don't know about a good one. The sheer size of Labor's majority means she's going to lose the next election catastrophically. Libby needs to work out the minimum number of seats she needs to pick up at the 2025 poll to have a fighting chance of winning in 29. Fortunately, there's a playbook for this. It was written by everyone's favourite Navy lawyer, come local councillor, come deputy mayor of Rockingham, come backbench MP, come frontbench MP, come opposition leader, come premier. It's called How I Emerged from a Catastrophic Election Loss to Become the Most Popular Leader in Australian History just 4 years later. We often forget that before he won well in 2017, McGowan lost badly in 2013, ended up with 21 seats out of 59. Barnett wiped the floor with him. Libby's Libs currently have 2 seats and Shane's Nats have 4. So the Conservatives will need to pick up 15 seats just to be in the terrible position Mark was in after the 2013 election. Winning that critical number of seats in 2025 is going to be the hard bit. After that, Libby just needs to sit back and let Labor do what Labor does best: tear itself apart.
Just hopeless.
The tribes within the ALP will declare war on each other as sure as night follows day, and when they do, an unaligned MP like McGowan will be one of the first to be eaten.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
The question for Mark is, how long can he outrun the wolves?
Hello? I'm cold and there are wolves after me.
He'll lead his party to a win at the next election, that's a given, but he doesn't necessarily want to make it through the entire 4-year term that follows. He just wants to last 3 years, 11 months and 4 days.
That's an oddly specific time frame. Why?
To replace Sir David Brand as WA's longest-serving Premier, Mark needs to make it through to February 12, 2029. That's 2,163 days from now. How many health crises, building company collapses, public service strikes and prison riots can you cram into 2,163 days?
A lot. Well, he doesn't have to go the whole 12 rounds, though.
He can get knocked out in the 11th, you're right. That's happening right now to male stripper DJ Shivan Arasu-Dahl. Shiv hit the headlines last month when it emerged he was one of 5 people arrested over an alleged 12-kilo haul of drugs. We don't really care about the other 4 because they aren't stripper DJs.
I think I see a lot of lawbreakers up in this house tonight.
Turns out taking his clothes off and working the decks aren't this 32-year-old's only business interests. He bought the 12 Rounds boxing gym in South Perth a couple of years ago. 12 Rounds has since been rebranded as U-Box.
Sorry, is this the company backed by...
Danny Green, yeah, a very fast-growing franchise operation. The Arasu-Dahl gym is one of 86 outlets across the country. It closed on the weekend because the owner is currently hitting the weights bench in here. Now, Green had and has nothing to do with Shivan Arasu-Dahl. Never met him, wouldn't know him if he jumped out of his soup. As I said, 86 franchises across Australia and more signing up every week. I'm making a point of this, first because it's the truth, and second, because Danny Green does this for a living.
The crowd roars! Green fires!
Whereas I do this for a living. I'm Ben Harvey, I'm Ben Harvey, I'm Ben Harvey. U-Box head office is now trying to find a new operator for the Labouchere Road business. I don't think they're going to have a lot of problems because it's in a prime location.
Yeah, and there's a lot of interest in boxing right now.
Thanks to this guy.
To finish off the American. He's pouring in shots. Harrison goes down.
Tim Tszyu is the son of Boxing Hall of Famer Kostya. Kostya's the Russian punch merchant who fell in love with Australia and became a citizen in the mid-90s. We fell in love with him because he did this. Became clear early on that Tim was a talented boxer also, but he's been fighting in his champion father's shadow.
Not anymore.
No, he just clobbered American Tony Harrison in a super welterweight world title fight. The 9th round victory was sweeter because Harrison had trash talked in the lead up to the bout.
Timothy. That
bit of disrespect allowed Tim to choose some perfect words after the TKO was called.
What's my mother name?
Well, there's one name no one's saying.
Jimmy Kimmel's opening monologue at the Oscars lasted 15 minutes. Everyone was on the edge of their seats waiting to hear what he'd say about this.
Oh, wow!
Kimmel addressed the elephant in the room.
If anything unpredictable or violent happens during the ceremony, just do what you did last year. Nothing.
He didn't pull his punches.
If any of you get mad at a joke and decide you want to come up here and get jiggy with it, it's not going to be easy. There are a few of my friends you're going to have to get through first. You're going to have to get through the heavyweight champ, Adonis Creed, before you get to me.
And he did the whole thing without giving Will Smith the dignity of a name.
Maybe even give the assailant a hug.
Which he really hates.
What's my name? What's my name?
I'm Ben Harvey.
That's confidence. That's confidence. That's confidence. Once you know what you're doing, there's nothing stopping you. To take on the market with confidence, watch Trading Up, your daily finance update at thewest.com.au.